Tonight we speak the name Athena Strand, a little girl whose life should have been filled with scraped knees, bedtime stories, and dreams bigger than the Texas sky that she lived beneath. Instead, her name became known for something that no child should ever be remembered for. Her story did something rare. It stopped people in their tracks. For a moment, the noise of everyday life faded and an entire state listened, because this wasn't just another headline. This wasn't just another statistic. This was a child, a daughter, a granddaughter, a bright spirit who should still be here. Athena Strand's story brought Texas to its knees. Parents held their children a little tighter. Communities watched a search unfold with hope clutched desperately in their hands. Strangers prayed for a miracle they knew was slipping further away with every passing hour. And when the truth came to light, it left a silence that felt almost unbearable. The kind of silence that asks questions we wish we never had to ask. How could this happen? How could someone so young encounter such darkness? How do we make sense of something that should never make sense? Today, the trial begins. A courtroom will attempt to measure accountability for the unmeasurable. Evidence will be presented, arguments will be made, legal definitions will be debated, but no verdict can ever restore what was taken. Today, we are not here for spectacle. We are not here for sensationalism. We are here because Athena's life mattered, because her story deserves to be told with dignity, because silence has never protected the innocent. We speak her name because she cannot speak for herself. We are following this trial because truth matters, because accountability matters, because every child deserves a world that feels safe enough to dream in. Athena Strand should still be here. And while justice will be decided in a courtroom, her memory lives in every voice that refuses to let her story fade into the dark. How are you, Brandy?
I'm doing good. This is it's a really um deep case that really affected me when it first broke here in Texas, and I just have to first right off the bat say I apologize for my voice. I'm a little under the weather, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it tonight. Just I apologize for my voice, but yeah, getting back to why we're here today. Athena, her trial starts today. Um, Athena, a sweet little 7-year-old girl, playing in her daddy's front yard, doing what every little girl does, runs around and playing. And the next thing she's gone. And it's just heartbreaking because, she wasn't out where she wasn't supposed to be. She was at home in her own front yard when this happened. And finally, after 3 long years, after all the delays that the defense has taken in this case and all the family has gone through, we finally are at the day where we can begin to hopefully get some justice for little Athena Strand. So if you want me to kind of get into
Yeah,
what,
tell us what happened to Athena.
yeah, so it started that day back in November. It was on November the 30th. Like I said, she was playing outside in her yard, playing like most kids do outside. And she wasn't on a TV screen. She
Yeah,
wasn't. playing a game inside. She was outside doing what little kids do, just 7 years old, at her daddy's house and her stepmom's house in Paradise, Texas, which happens to be in Wise County here in Texas. When a contract FedEx driver arrived to the property while Athena was there outside playing, doing what little kids do, and he was actually delivering what was supposed to have been a Christmas present for Athena. Now, however it went down, we don't know. Hopefully we'll get more answers in the trial. But what happens is, and this is something he admitted to, he did take Athena for whatever reason, and he took her and unalived her and threw her body into the river. Now, they didn't know right away what went down. They thought maybe, unfortunately, they thought at first, people online speculated that maybe the stepmom had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
As sad as it was, and that was the furthest from the truth.
Yeah.
They thought that maybe she just wandered off, and they went that route looking for her. I do believe they came across some footage of the FedEx truck, and they came to the suspect. We're just gonna call him T. They pick him up, they question him, and he does admit that he did take Athena. He claims that he hit her with the FedEx truck, but she was still alive. She was, from my understanding, she wasn't hardly injured at all. It was a minor injury. And he takes her and he unalives her and dumps her body off. It's a tragic crime that didn't have to happen. That's what makes it so heartbreaking. Because had he just dealt with the consequences, if his story is correct, had he just dealt with the consequences of, accidentally hitting Athena, she would still be here today. So yeah, if you want to get into this monster and some of the charges that he's facing, we did look it up. His trial starts today. We have a list of his charges that he's going up against. This will be a death penalty case. So
he is charged with capital murder here.
Yeah, of a person less than 10 years of age, which is a pretty big deal. And 3 counts of sexual assault. Now, we don't know if that pertains to Athena.
Yeah, everything I've been able to find so far say that those charges originate from Tarrant County.
Yeah. So I pray that it does not relate to Athena, because that poor little girl, it breaks my heart that this monster happened to cross paths with her and do this to her. And then I can't even fathom it. But I know I will be monitoring this case in the days going forward. Our local ABC station will be streaming it live, so I'll be monitoring it, taking notes. There will be a couple days that I will miss, but I'll go back and get some recaps. But yeah, did you have anything?
I just want to let you guys know we usually give full government names here, but we will only be referring to this man as he, because he doesn't deserve to have his name remembered.
No, he does not.
Athena does. He does not. You see, my face looks really kind of red. I've got the pink light on, and it's on for Athena.
Yes, we
Um,
are wearing pink for Athena.
yes, got my
That was
pink
her
on.
favorite color. We ask all of our
Oh,
family, all our darkness debaters family, in the next few, I don't know how long the trial is scheduled to last, but in the next few days, wear something pink for Athena and help
absolutely.
support her family. This this is it's gonna be a tough one. It really is.
Absolutely. It is. This is going to be a hard case. Brandy and I have followed this since the beginning, since news broke that she was only missing,
Yeah.
and her and her stepmom had argued, and she went outside to play, and then they couldn't find her. And the first time I heard about it, sounded like she had just wandered off, and it was like, okay, well, they'll find her. She might be a little bit further, but she'll be okay. She might be, scraped up or what have you, but she'll be fine. And we know that's not how that went. Um, I got, when this happened, trying to see if I can get it in the frame. These shirts went on sale to help support the family. I'll be wearing this shirt a lot. I wore it 3 years ago. There was something going on. They wanted everybody to wear the shirts or wear pink for Athena, and I will be wearing this shirt. It's been in the closet ever since. So I'll be putting it back on. And once the trial concludes and this monster gets what's coming to him, then I'll probably put it away again. Also, we're going to share a Facebook account of some wonderful people. They're the people that made the casket, a custom casket for Athena. They're angels on earth. They do a lot of caskets, and they take donations. You can donate money to go to caskets for people that maybe can't afford a casket.
Yeah,
Um,
I've actually seen them in several instances. These people come through for families who've lost children, and they're doing the Lord's work. I'm telling you, they really are.
yeah, they are. They are. It's such an unimaginable tragedy to bury your child, and these people, that's their life's work, to give families a little something extra. They're amazing people. And I've seen them more than once talk about a family not being able to afford a casket, so they just gave it away. So donations matter. Please donate to them, please. And I'll share their information, screenshot and everything, and I'll put a link to their Facebook in the description. Or if you're seeing this on Instagram or Facebook, it'll be in the caption. I don't think I have any more just yet. We'll
Um,
bring some updates.
yeah, we'll bring some updates about the trial as it goes along. Maybe not daily, but we'll be around with updates. Um, I do also want to mention, and this is a big deal. Athena's death did actually result in a new law here in Texas that took effect. Her mom worked tirelessly to get this enacted, the Athena alerts, and it kind of helps law enforcement move more quickly and get out information about missing children and to the public. Like we said before, they kind of thought she was a runaway at first and maybe wandered off or got in an argument or something, and they didn't probably take it, you know, as serious. Hindsight's 2020, but
Right.
her did result in Athena alert. So, her legacy will be, helping other families hopefully in the future from enduring this horrible tragedy. Hopefully, this saves someone's life in the future. So,
Yeah.
I
And we don't want to
acknowledge that.
we don't want to misrepresent or anything. The police were on this. They did their best, but at the very beginning it wasn't a manhunt because everybody thought we were going to find her. Everybody thought they were going to find her a few
Yeah.
blocks away, maybe a few miles. So it just wasn't. It seemed like she was probably going to be right back.
Yeah.
Obviously, as time passed, that became more apparent, but that's not the situation we were in. We've said this before. I do want to remind you guys, there's a lot of misinformation about this case already. There's a lot of people who I know somebody who knows somebody that knows something. There is almost no information about this case that has been released. People have gag orders on them. The autopsy is you can't access it. Am I right about that? I
I'm not 100% positive, but seeing how, we're dealing with a child and there is a gag order on the case, I am assuming all records are sealed at this point.
Yeah. So if you see something online that says, "Oh, the autopsy report," or "this person said," please be sure that you really scrutinize that before you share it or before you repeat it, because Athena's family sees these comments. She's got a little sister who, if I can't remember her exact age, she's probably not on social media right now, but one day will be. So please just be mindful that their family is online, and let's not fill up the comment threads with a bunch of inaccurate information. If you have a theory, say it's a theory. If you're speculating, say you're speculating. Don't say you heard it from a reliable source, um, because you're going to be proven wrong. I mean I remember at the beginning when the stepmother, people were kind of speculating that she might have had something to do with it, and all of those people ended up with
You
mud on their face.
I'll be the
So
first to admit that I sadly was one of the ones that thought maybe the stepmom, because the last person that they were with. But then it came
yeah,
out there was a delivery, and then
yeah,
and then
and and having a
yeah,
theory or wondering or something, that's one thing, but there were people actively saying, "Oh, I know because I know somebody involved, and they said this," and then when the truth came out, I didn't see anybody apologize and say, "I'm so sorry. That was actually just speculation, and I wanted attention." So please
yeah,
don't do that. Please
please
don't make stuff up for attention and say you know
don't.
something that you don't, because these are real people that you are affecting when you do. If you're speculating, say, "I have a theory. This is what I think."
Yes, I agree. Yeah, her parents on both sides have just been through it, and we're about to have to walk through the trial, and we'll get all the facts in the trial. So that's coming,
Yeah.
and yeah, so
All right,
yeah,
darkness debaters. We're going to include a little tribute for Athena at the end of this. So stick around. She was beautiful, beautiful little girl, precious. Do you have anything else, Brandy? Any closing thoughts?
um, I would say once again, just wear pink for Athena. Keep her family in your thoughts and your prayers, and hug your kids a little tighter, because you just never know. You never know. It you never know unfortunately a boogeyman is near. You never know. Just hold on to your kids a little tighter and be thinking of Athena and her family. Thank you, darkness debaters. Thank you for tuning in.
Until next time, keep shining light where darkness dwells. We'll be back soon. Bye, guys.